This is an Ellis Mowers and Mower small engine repair. Stay connected on Instagram and Facebook at Ellis Mowers and More. Comments or questions? Leave them below or email me, ellis@ellismowers.com. Parts used in today's repair are found using the links in the description below. And as always, like and subscribe for more small engine content. On today's repair, we're going to work on a couple of push mowers. It's been mostly riding mowers lately. Figured y'all enjoy seeing a push mower video here and there. They don't do as well view-wise, but they're a lot easier and a lot faster to make too. But this is one of them classic. We're going to do a 2-in-1 deal here. Going to take this free Curb Find Craftsman push mower that has a rotted out deck. Hopefully take the engine off of this as long as the mounting bolts come out properly. Put it onto this really nice Murray deck made by Husqvarna, AYP, whatever. And make a good mower from it. So probably would be able to sell this one for about $100 after I swap the engines and stuff on it. But even that one had the discharge chute when it was out on the curb, which was kind of cool. They just sent it out. It does need a carb clean. It does run on starting fluid, or at least tries to. I think it's got some water in it. So, without further ado, give you all a little bit better look at these. And I'm just going to go ahead and go to town and swap the engines off of them. Hopefully I don't break any mounting bolts while we do it. And we'll put this engine on this deck and hopefully make a good mower out of it. I'm going to show you how easy it is to take one of these engines off. The mounting bolts look good. That may be my famous last words. But this cable, you just have to unclip from where it clips into the bale arm there. And that's really the only thing on this that is connecting the engine and the rest of the frame, aside from the 3 mounting bolts underneath. So turn it over here. I think the blades actually are alright too, so that's good. This mower has a 5/8 to get it off. For the blade, a little bit of rust, not too bad though, at least on the blade there. As you can see, this deck though is just really bad. I think it's either a 9/16 or a half to get off the mounting bolts. The 9/16. So what I'm going to do is just kind of bump them just to make sure they're going to come off. Oh yeah, we're good on that one at least. Yeah, awesome. I'm going to do this last one down here. I'm going to take that one out, take this one out. And then the last one here. See if I can hold the engine while we do this. Alright, so that got the engine off for us, which is good. The rest of this mower deck can probably be scrapped. Probably keep the wheels, the handle, and the cables. The front end is rusted. Even though it's in good shape, the plastic portion of it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the bolts out of the holes so that I can get that off. I can probably take that off, but that's probably for another day, the front end, and then I'll take this discharge thing off. Handle, wheels, and it'll be good after that. So I will get the engine, and we're going to put it on the new frame. Then we got to get it running. So now I'll go ahead and put the engine on this new frame. I just use the existing mounting bolts that I used on the old frame. Sometimes they'll have little washers and like spacers that go with them. You want to make sure that you put those back on if those are the bolts. But these are the ones that have a little bit of a fatter head on them. So that should help when it comes to that. So put these bolts in. And what I do is I just tighten them up after I get them in here. Okay, so that is on. I can put the blade on, and I need to source a cable, if I can find a cable that goes on this mower. And after I do that, I should be good to go, hopefully. And obviously I gotta clean the carb and stuff out. So I'm gonna do the finishing touches on the rest of the machine here. Clean the carb, or I'll show you all how to clean the carb on this. Hopefully find the cable, and we'll be done with this pretty shortly. So I don't have any cables for this specific machine, but I'll wire up a switch. I do have MTD cables, but I just figured that it's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit easier just to wire them up whenever the cables don't fit, you know. So what I've done is I've just taken 3 5/16, taken this pull rope off, and then what I'm going to do next is just take off the gas tank and carburetor. We'll look at all that. So pull that. Air filter's not terrible. It does have some water in it. Probably just going to replace it. Couple of 5/16 on each side here, followed by a couple of 7mm. Okay. And we'll pull the fuel line. I'll also take the gas tank and drain it too. If I can pull the fuel line, it doesn't want to go, does it? Got to get it off in order to get the carb off. I also want to pull the gas tank and clean it out too, just to make sure. I mean, it's just, it smells like water, like just straight up water. or old gas, one of the two. So to get the gas tank off, I just have to push. Get it off of these clips here. There we are. And I'll go drain that out. And then what this is just a bunch of water. I can already tell. So I'm going to get it on the bench over here. We'll clean it out real quick. Alright, a couple 7mm. See what we got in here. Like I said, I think we got a bunch of water. But we shall see. Yeah, I think we just got a bunch of bad gas and stuff. Because the jet looks okay right there. I'll grab a wire and just make sure it's good. Yeah, I think we're good. So, grab a little bit of carb spray and just slap this thing back together. We should be okay. Don't have a lot left in this can, but hopefully I've got enough. Should have enough. There we go. It's really not that bad in here. I think it was just either old gas or water in the fuel or something. So may have to clean the spark plug out too, but it's really, I thought it was going to be worse than this, so that's a good thing. Get all the junk and stuff off the carb here as much as I can. Alright. I'll just slap it back together. These aren't too picky. Luckily. So okay, I'll put it back on the machine after I drain the gas tank out. I showed y'all how to take it all off. I put it right back on the reverse way, and we'll see if it runs. Alright guys, so I ended up finding a cable here. Not for this machine, but for an MTD. I just drilled a hole position-wise so that it engages like it's supposed to. Put the cover back on. New air filter. I will change the oil in it and, you know, sharpen the blade and stuff. But let me see if it'll crank for us, hopefully. I put gas in it. I'd call that a success, wouldn't y'all? Of course, I need to let it run for a few minutes just to get all the junk and stuff out of the muffler. But runs good. I just had to fight that remaining water that was probably on the spark plug. But let's see if it cranks back. So that's great. I'll clean everything up and just do what I need to do to get this thing ready for sale. I'll let y'all see what it looks like and change the oil too. And we'll finish this video up next. I just want to show y'all, like, I do ride mowers all the time. But throw a push mower in here, get it running in like 30 minutes, send it out the door for like $80 to $100. Man, I could do this all day long over the riders. I was starting to get a little burnout, but with the riders, but getting something like this in and just being able to get it going fairly easily is always a very, very positive thing. So I gave it a little bit of cleaning. You'll maybe be able to see it a little bit better in the sun here, but could clean it a little bit more, but it's a push mower, so I'm not really too concerned about it. Push mowers are gonna sell, you know, this mower's probably gonna sell for $100, $90, something like that. But you know, not too bad for taking a mower deck I had in the backyard, slapping an engine on it, cleaning the car, finding a cable, and putting it all together, right? So worked just fine, and should work well for whoever it is that owns this. I do need to run it just a little bit more, because after I washed it, it got a little bit more water and stuff into the air filter and carb and stuff, so I'm just going to let it run for a few minutes while I do a few things around the house here. But it should, you know, do what it needs to do. And it's a push mower. They're always fun to get back going again, and usually when they leave, as long as they're not abused, they never come back. So and a little bit lower liability than a riding mower, a lot less frustration when it comes to selling them as well. Thanks again for watching this small engine repair where we took two mower decks, one engine, and morphed them all into one good machine. It's a lot of fun to do, and done it many, many times. I'm sure we'll do it many, many more times in the future. Thanks again, y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next video.